Warning, this video contains rumors, speculation, strong opinions, and
Okay, hey everyone, I'm live with my friend Firestarter. We're going to talk about Josh's official apology. And this nerd went full Kathy Kennedy on fan movements. He's one of the ones that said that she should be replaced. Based on the way he's handled things. Now I'm gonna talk about Josh. I'm not promising I'm not gonna talk about him again. But I wanted to do one more Josh video before I leave town and talk about his official apology and how it's lame. It's lame based on the words that came out of his mouth when he started the Grey Order and what he was claiming to do for fandom. So that's the picture there. I'll get to the apology in a second once we get some more eyes on here. We're also going to talk a little bit about movie news. Firestarter was nice enough to come on the stream. I might have one other guest, not sure. But let's get the link out there. So how are you doing, Firestarter? What have you been thinking about the fandom this week? All this fandom stuff.
Yeah, I mean, there's a little bit of drama. I'm disappointed in Josh, and honestly, I unsub from him. I just don't. I'll give my time and attention to somebody else. That's fine. I don't like how he's handled stuff with Lunga and you and Bashti and Osaka Ran. I don't like how he could blast us on a paywall stream, and he probably would have gotten away with it too had I think Bashti was a sub or a patron. So
Yeah.
he just
it's not like she wanted me to comment. She was just generally upset.
Oh no! I know, but he probably probably would have gotten away with it. It wasn't for those rotten kids, right? But I don't know. That's kind of weak sauce, man. That's weak. And personally, I just not for me anymore. Maybe he's a good guy. I don't know. Maybe he made a mistake, but I do think that it's just I don't know. I think it's a low value play. It's especially when you're trying to engage and get views and things like that. You want to have as much positive feedback as possible, I guess. But I guess maybe he has a different strategy. I don't know.
And I don't want them to fail. I want them nerds to improve. I want to improve myself. I'm not gonna keep my mouth shut though. You know me for a while. I'm not just gonna sit back. I did sit back for a while before I made the videos yesterday.
Maybe that's a mistake then. Maybe as soon as you see something, you should call it out.
I gave
not being critical. I'm just saying I should do the same thing too. You're right, because you know what it is. I've noticed that with people generally, if they're not aware of something, they're going to keep doing what they're doing.
Yeah.
And then they may double, triple down, but at least you made them aware. So with Josh from Dead Nerds, I'm so disappointed.
There were a few moments, like we had the one stream when he finally had everyone on, and it seemed like it was going to start to go somewhere again, and then it went cold again. It's just like it wasn't ever good enough for him. Just the smaller YouTubers coming on, and Lunga. I'm telling you what, if you talk about time, he's a busy dude. He's got a big family, his girlfriend, his kids, his book, and he brought the Stream Junkies was my idea, and he brought it to fruition. He made an intro. He got people in the panel. He's like, these ladies in the Discord group and the Grey Order, they should be involved. They're very intelligent. Bashti was doing other things with her personal job, but I don't know if she necessarily. Well, she had a podcast. She has a podcast.
Yeah, I know she's super busy. She says she works she puts in 12-hour days. She's I remember she'd mentioned that, and that's busy, man. I mean, I'm busy too. I work 6 days a week. I'm taking off tomorrow, or no, I'm not. Friday, because I have family matters to attend to, but it's usually I don't even do that. The only day off I get is Saturday, which is why I always say with you, I got to stream late night.
Yeah.
Because I work late.
Well, that works good for me too.
Yeah. So I mean, but like with Josh, it's just I don't know, man. It looked like he was trying to start something, and then he didn't want it I think he just wanted the baby. He didn't want the labor pain.
Well, you know what's for the best though. It's best that we didn't start including him with Stream Junkies to begin with, based on his behavior here, because it seems like more he co-ops things and takes it for himself, and isn't gonna. He's just gonna take your idea and then push you out.
Yeah,
So,
I can see that. So I mean,
where
like,
Longa is super respectful to people's ideas, he wants you to be included. He wants you to get your credit.
right?
I think this is my opinion of working with him. You only really get a say of things in the movement if you're the Patreon tier, and if there are any good ideas, he'll just take it.
And not give credit, yeah.
And then, like, even on when we were discussing behind the scenes, if we're going to move forward the Gray Order, and he's not, he's like, he admitted he didn't really have any, he wasn't really helping it grow, but he's like, and then he's like, down the line, I still created it though. So that means like if you ever start to get traction, he's going to jump back in. Like, he's not going to give his time. But if something happens where people get eyes on it, then he'll jump in at the last moment and say, so this is actually, it's for the best, that it's a sloppy, like Poshti said, it's a sloppy divorce, a sloppy breakup, but it's for the best now, because if people had, like, Longa was super serious about paying the person just that made the logo, and you don't get that same attention to the fandom. With Josh, he wasn't real concerned about him. He's like, I gave him his good rate. He made a logo. That was so important to Lunga that people got credited for that.
Yeah, so, I mean, Lunga's taking it seriously, and it shows. I mean, right now there's no. I believe his channel isn't monetized. Maybe it'll be monetized one day, but I don't see him as like, oh my god, I gotta get something out there to get all the views because my electric's about to get shut off.
Right.
He'll do it with some integrity, and that's the challenge with all these movements. And that's why I'm so critical of the Fandom Menace. It's just an appearance of a fundamental lack of integrity. Like when Mary said we'll handle things privately. It's like, okay, in other words, you're not going to attack your funding source. You're not going to criticize any donators or potential donors. So you're not going to do that. And so as long as they don't kill somebody or mass shoot something, they could say, oh, well, well, I'll talk to them. Okay. All right. It's just not effective. It's just not effective. And unfortunately, I didn't get a chance to talk to her that much because I doubt she'll appear on stream with me personally, because it's a low value. It's a low value play from them, because best case scenario, they dunk on me. Who cares? Right. Worst case scenario is I throw egg on their face. And maybe you get a viral video there, Max.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some behind the scenes for you too. And I know you said, and I value you too. Your opinion. You're like, I don't really want to touch the Comicsgate stuff, but we're not going to talk about that tonight. But just some behind the scenes. I'm trying to have Preston on before I leave town, because even though I don't like some of the things he does, he raises some great questions, and it's important.
I actually have some criticism for Preston, but you know what? I'll save that for. I like I said, man, I don't want anything to do with Comicsgate.
Right. Well, here's what you can do. I will get the okay from him. If anyone has questions that don't necessarily want to appear on the stream with him tomorrow, leave it, and you too, Firestarter. Leave a comment on this video after it's live, and I'll ask him if we could go over some questions. I think he would go over questions.
My nature of questioning, if I'm going to ask a question, I'll do it myself. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to subcontract my workout, so to speak, because it would be like a string of questions, almost like a decision tree. So in a bunch of if then A, then if else, then B, kind of.
What I would recommend is, even though I don't want Ethan deplatformed per se, you should check out his deplatform video if you haven't watched it.
No, I watched some of his stuff. Some of the stuff I agree with. Some of the other stuff I don't. I do personally believe that he's a little bit of a shit stirrer. And he's effective at it.
Right.
I mean, but I'm kind of like, with somebody coming up in real life and like dunking on him, he's trying to sell comics at a con, and it's like, yo, like I said, man, this is a
Well, to be honest, I have issues. I
man.
have issues getting other guests on with him. 100%. There's not a lot of people. I want to have them on, and I get issues.
Sure.
I get problems every time I have them on too.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Then war campaign. Just get ready for them to flood your chat.
Well, I said I would have war campaign on too, but that hasn't worked out yet. I think they're kind of, even my friends that are in war campaign have kind of gone a little silent on me because I think they know there's some issues.
Well, they know maybe their behavior isn't totally defensible.
Right. So,
and if it gets called out on record, so to speak, because all of the Eddie stream can be found up on,
Plus, some of them are close to getting that spot on Ethan's channel, and they don't want to screw it up.
Yeah, and I can understand that, man. Like it's yeah, I can understand that, and I have to a degree. I respect that. They're trying to grow, and maybe because I disagree with the way they're doing things, that doesn't mean that as far as I know, no laws have been broken. Even that guy going up and harassing the Pocket Jacks or Comics Jacks.
You should look at the video because they showed he showed a clip of them making a very nasty meme about a woman backer of Ethan that asked for a refund.
Yeah, I know who that is. Yeah.
So they made a nasty thing there, and then also in the video they have the leader of the war campaign, Roe, doxing someone live on a live stream and telling the war campaign to go befriend this guy on Facebook to pretend like you're his friend to get stuff on.
And I know he has charges against him, but as far as I know, that's not felony anything. I get what Lung is saying, and I'm not disagreeing, but like to me, I don't know, man. I just think that it's just bad for business, in my opinion, to have anything to do with them. From my perspective, other people, I could see how they would profit and benefit. For me, there's no benefit. And plus, to be fair, to be authentic, I'm not a big comic guy.
Well, just so you know, behind the scenes of my channel, there's lots of reasons, but that's the other reason I wear a mask, because I wanted to get in the hard topics. I also don't want people on my channel that are not wearing a mask to get in some of these hot topics too. But I want to have Preston back.
Yeah, absolutely. I know. I think he has a right to speak, and I think it would be great if him and EVS could be on a stream together. I don't think that'll ever happen.
I don't know if Ethan wants to have anything to do with me. He does follow me on Twitter.
Oh, he has me blocked.
Well, just so you know, the only people that blocked me on Twitter are Mega Hater 42, the Midnight's Edge guy.
Aren't they dating?
One of them or both of them. I don't know.
One of them or both of them.
I don't know. I have no idea. I've heard stuff.
I don't know, man. Yeah, I don't know how you defend fraudulent reviews, but the grift is a gift, and the gift must keep on giving. It must. That gravy train has to be rode until the train goes off the fucking hill. And I don't blame him.
So Jedi Wander has gotten the backstage, so I'm going to let him on for a little bit, and we're going to review some comments, and then I'm going to get to Josh's official apology to me.
You got it, my dude.
Hey, Jedi Wanderer. Are you there?
Okay. Yep, I'm here. I hope everyone can hear me.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Hey, how you doing?
Fantastic. I'm doing just fine. I'm just watching, before Max got to tweet me today, I was actually watching a several hour-long stream that Comic Artist Pro Secrets did.
Okay.
It was really recent. I just picked something to watch, just, out of my curiosity.
Well, I'll give you credit if you made the 7 hours. Woo!
Oh no, I made it to about 1 hour and 2 minutes.
Oh, okay. Anything interesting you're revealing? Any drama in Comicsgate? That's a so silly question.
As far as I know, I don't understand a whole lot about behind that video. I know I did see another video straight from someone else that they were interviewing someone doing their own book, and Ethan had those people on. Talking to was one of the guys' commenters, and then he's talking to them, and that's where that part is at right now. And I know Pocket Comics what Preston,
Yeah.
he posted on Twitter something about that, so that's what got me into watching into that today to see what that's all about.
Yeah,
I've been trying to stay on track with Preston and what he's saying, and
I might have him on tomorrow night.
okay.
I
I appreciate the way he was respectful. He was honest on your channel. He spoke his view, but he wasn't rashing out.
Yeah.
If that's the right word to use, I lose words quite easily. But it was kind of fun to have him on here to hear what he had to say and stuff. So, as a viewer, I didn't have any problems with it.
All right. Well, I wanted, since you're on Jedi Wander, I've gone over some of the comments now. We're going to reveal Josh's apology to those.
So he apologized. Did he man up and apologize?
Well, we're gonna find out how this man, the strength of his character, how he sends an apology, how he keeps the discussion going. The same man that criticizes Kathy Kennedy about what she's doing. And I think that's a fair comparison. If you're going to criticize other people, what are you doing in your space? What are you doing in his space is YouTube, fandom, and he supposedly created a movement that he's afraid to talk about now. So let's see the apology. You're blocked. I got nerd blocked. I got nerd blocked. That's the apology. So he does not want to have a discussion. I think he will never talk to me again. And I'm not going to let off on the pressure either. I might let off on the pressure this week. But when I get back in the town, I'm ready to raise hell again. You don't ignore this madman. I give you the benefit of the doubt. I want people's words to have weight. You don't use the fandom just for what you want, criticize others, and then run and hide to your little nerd den HUD box in your safe space. I demand answers, and I don't like. You know what? Everything's for the best. I told Firestarter when he came in, it's good that it happened this way because it's also a warning to those that are trying to work with him. If he's trying to say we're building a community, be careful. At least if you're going to work with him, keep track and records of your ideas for projects because he'll just co-opt them and push you out and then bring in his little producers to take over your ideas. So that's not building a movement. That's building up yourself, trampling on the underlings, treating people like second-class citizens and taking their work. And I think that's proven over this. He's not interested in conversations. He's interested in what he can get out of everything.
Yeah, it's disappointing. I gotta be honest. Like I did like his news updates. They're concise. They get to the point, and I liked his kind of like questions at the end. Kind of gives you something to think about, but not if he's gonna treat people like this, man. I mean, I don't know. I think he's acting like he has 2 million subs.
Right.
No, and the reality is that he doesn't. So to me, it's just a disappointment. Yeah, move forward. And Max, you do what you want. I don't see a need to spend any more time on it. I know you feel more slighted than I do.
Well, it's condescending, and it's treating your own audience with disrespect that you don't even address things. That's not good for anybody. And make some type of official statement and be, he's okay to do that on a Patreon private one. He still hasn't said anything.
Yeah, I mean that's weak sauce. But he's going to answer to the people that are giving him that $800 a month. And I guess those producers, if you want to call it that, are say that the Gray Order is no bueno, then he will bend the knee and obey. So I mean, it's disappointing, but
now why would I still want to call him out and say I want to talk to him? Because he ran head first into the Jeremy thing. So he's also, if he's going to call out Jeremy and he can't do the same thing, that's lame too.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, he
I
ran
agree.
head first into that situation to criticize him. I criticize him too. If you have an issue with me, bring it to me. I'll talk to you.
No, I agree. And like I said, he has challenges with who he appears with, and then he appears with Jeremy, who I mean, to me, from a brand perspective, if I were building a brand per se, I wouldn't want to appear with him. But he was trying to maybe get some Fandom Menace people on his side, going into the Lions Den a little bit. So to me, and also he actually stole a lot of my points in that stream, although I did have the luxury of going first. But like I said, I'll move on. I suggest you do the same.
Okay.
Do you though, man?
I'll take it into consideration.
Yeah, you?
I'm up for constructive criticism
Because I doubt he doesn't. He doesn't strike me as someone who will do the right thing and apologize and say, hey,
or not even apologize, just talk. I don't see him doing that. Okay.
I don't. It doesn't seem like he has that type of integrity. I'm more than willing to be proven wrong, and if I am proven wrong, I will admit so, and I will apologize to him. But I don't. To him, it's like he's in his second floor apartment where we live on the street, and he's trying to get to the penthouse. Yeah. And we can't help him get to the penthouse.
To be real, I don't think he'll ever apologize to me personally, especially after those 2 videos I made. And that I did post them in the Den of Nerd Discord. I posted it right in there. And there were shocked emoji faces.
Yeah.
But I do want apology to at least the ladies of the Grey Order.
Oh, that would be great, but I'm not expecting it. He's just going to ignore it and hopes it goes away.
Yeah.
And that's what he's going to do. Just like with a lot of the Fandom Menace people, just hope that I go away. Because that's what I'm hearing in the grapevine a little bit, that I'm kind of hitting a little too hard close to home. But
Garth Longa's in here now too.
Hey, Mr. Longa, how are you?
Hey. Yeah, no. You know what? I'm not pulling punches. I'm not pulling punches. Because you know what? Fuck this shit. Fuck it. I'm tired of it. We did all this goddamn work, and he wants to pretend like it was all him. And sorry, he's mentioned it to too many people. And I mean, other than some of us, who do more reading, not a lot of people who watch this or anything know about the book that he loves at 48. I mean, it sounds funny, but you know what? When you go over each point, everything falls into place. Now, funny power, like Firewater said before, they're actually pretty smart rules if you're going into business and doing things. But when you're doing something that's involving creating a community, or at least an ethical community, it's not, okay? And that's what a lot of people don't get. And like, here's the thing. We'll go through. I'm going to read some of these. Sorry if I'm going to take over the thing here a little bit, but I'm going to read some of these, okay? Because law number 3 is conceal your intentions. Use decoyed objects and desires and red herrings to throw people off the scent. Hide your attention, not by closing up with the risk of appearing secretive and making people suspicious, but by talking endlessly about your desires and goals, just not real ones. Okay? That's law 3. Law 4, always say less than necessary. You know how he likes just to spin in circles and never actually get to the point on anything.
Right.
Okay? Law number 5. This is what he did to me and Jarbo when he said you're not brand safe. Law 5 is so much depends on reputation, guard it with your life. That's why he blocked you. Okay?
Okay.
Law 6, court attention at all costs. That's what he did with that whole fucking clickbait thing with the Phantom Menace and Grey Order to begin with. This one, we all know what he did to me, Dabashi, and other people. Law 7, get others to do the work for you, but always take the credit.
Oh, wow. He's revealed his
you
secrets. He should never told people he does.
No, right. But here's the thing. We're going to get to Law 19, and it applies it specifically to me, and it's why he fucked up. Because these laws work as long as if you don't follow 19, then none of them work.
Well, the laws work if people don't know you're following the laws.
He should never admitted
yeah,
that
no,
he.
but Law 19 addresses that. We'll get to it. I'm not
Okay.
going through each of them because not like he's doing all 48, but there's some specific ones that he's doing the most. Law. Here we go. Let's go. Law 11. Learn to keep people dependent on you. Okay, which is what he's tried doing with all of us. Law 12. Use selective honesty and generosity to disarm your victim. He tried doing that with me, where he's like, listen, you know what you do here is great. What you do here is great. But this. He tried to disarm what. Now, it never worked with me because that would annoy me even more. I'm like, dude, you're just trying to like polish my knob so you can say the other thing and think I'm just going to eat your shit. Law 14. Pose as a friend, work as a spy.
Wow.
Yeah.
This is what he says is good. Wow.
Yeah.
It's good if people don't know you're doing it. You need to have.
Right. Well, that's when we get to Law 19. This is when we get to Law 19. And it applies specifically to what he did to me. Know who you're dealing with. Do not offend the wrong person. Okay? That's where he messed up. Because he did it with the wrong person.
Yeah.
And that's why it all fell apart. Like I mean, I knew all of these things. I knew what he was doing. It doesn't work. You know? Play the perfect courtier. The Law 24. Law 25, recreate yourself, which he's always been trying to do. Law 26, keep your hands clean.
Didn't do that either.
Now look at this. This is what he tried to do with the Gray Order. And this is what really pisses me off. Law 27, play on people's needs to believe to create a cult-like following.
Whoa. What? This
Law
is
27.
his way?
This is from the 48 Laws of Power. The book that he is his Bible.
He tells everyone. I know 3 examples of people that all said they spoke with him privately, and he said, "This is what I go by."
Right. Law 27 is play on people's need to believe to create a cult-like following, which is exactly why he created the Gray Order. So I'm sorry, he can come out and say whatever he wants. If he's going to say some bullshit about how, oh no, I just wanted to create a community. You didn't. You did it for this fucking reason. And not only did you do it for this fucking reason, you proved it, because guess what? Your Discord is fucking dead. And it's been dead except for what? Maybe 4 of us fire? You, me, Presty, Jen. I mean, there was like 4 of us that talk. Okay?
Sounds about right.
And
I'm in there too.
Yeah,
I just
and he
don't check
never
it all the time.
right. Then you know too. You know, Wander. You know how dead it is in there because he never creates
I
a
don't
community.
get a ding, so
Yeah, the only time he talked in there was to talk about his videos, not to like engage a community, and not, you know what I mean.
I have not seen anything of your channels in
What?
there at all. Nothing.
What
Great
a
Order.
dipshit!
I wanted to leave it. I know.
I'm sorry. Here's the I knew he referred to this book, but I didn't care to read it.
Oh yeah. Here,
But what a
31.
dipshit! If you actually follow this stuff, you don't tell people that this is what you're about.
Exactly.
That is the dumbest shit I've ever heard of. Wow,
Law 31,
Nerd Dan.
control the options. Get others to play with the cards you deal them.
Oh my god.
33. Discover each man's thumb screw. That weakness is usually an insecurity, an uncontrollable emotion or need.
Well, I think we found his. I'm blocked.
Create compelling spectacles. Law 37. And this is the thing when he talked about with me, and I don't care. He said this to me. He's like, oh, you know, those hot takes I was doing, that was me trying to be like you. That's what he said to me. Law 38. Think as you like, but behave like others.
Yeah, and I thought that was interesting too, because then he says, I was trying to be like you, but we can't collab, yo.
Right. Right, exactly. 45. Law 45. Preach the need to change, but never reform too much at once.
Wow.
I mean, you see?
This is exposed. You need
Now here,
this is
mind
sickening.
you, here's the thing. If he wanted to use this just as his branding model, fine, whatever. If he just stayed an upload content channel, okay? Fine, whatever. But the moment you stepped into an arena of community building and wanted to play on people's emotions just for your personal gain, how different are you than, say, Geeks and Gamers? You see what I'm saying?
He's going a step below Jeremy for me. I'm
Yeah,
serious.
I think so too. 'Cause I don't think Jeremy looks at it this fucking deep. And to be honest with you, I think Jeremy, even though he goes overboard on shit and there's money involved, I think he really believes most of the stuff he says.
I think he's warped, but I think he actually believes some of the stuff he's saying.
Right, but he believes.
I challenge a lot of the authenticity of what Jeremy says, but I'll walk with you on that.
I said some.
Yeah, I'll walk with you on it.
Yeah. Wow, this is disgusting to me. It's disgusting.
I don't think I've had a proper intro with Lunga yet. I've been wanting to do that. Darth Daddy Lunga, hello, how do you do? It is finally a pleasure to meet you, to say this in voice. I kind of grew up in a time where that's more of a way to introduce yourself. How do you do?
I'm old, brother. I'm 45, so
I'm 35, dude.
Yeah, and I'm 10 years older than you, so trust me, I know. My daughter gets yelled at every time she comes home from work and doesn't say hello.
Oh,
and
goodness.
she's 21, so.
Still grow into it. They all do.
Longa, you just got me all worked up again. I'm ready to go all Jeremy with my videos. Man,
yeah, I mean, no. I guess the reason why I want to say this, and it's not because I have a personal grudge, because I don't. I don't give a shit. I really don't. And I knew what he was trying to do, and I knew the manipulations he was trying to do. That's why I wasn't playing along. That's why every time I talk to him, I'm like, dude, I'm going to do what I'm going to do. You know what I mean? And I knew every time I did something, he was like distancing. I'm like, whatever. He'll do what he wants to do, you know? Let's see if he has the balls to actually say something. And so I knew what was to do. So when I actually read this and started looking up the actual laws, I'm like, yeah, check. That makes sense. So for me, I'm the wrong kind of person to use that against.
Right. What a dipshit. I'm sorry. What a dipshit. If you're going to do this, you don't tell people this is what you go by.
Right. But the reason why I'm saying this is because I don't want anyone else who is more trusting than I am to fall for this shit. That's my concern. You know what I mean? So it's not about me. I don't give a shit because he didn't hurt me. He didn't hurt me at all. I mean, it was 48 hours. What we got about almost 9 channels in Gray Order, and we have like 40 people in the Discord. I mean, we've done more in 48 hours than he's done in 4 months. So he didn't hurt me. If anything, it helped.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't care. I just don't want anyone else. If you want to watch his channel and you like his content, guess what? His uploaded content, it's good. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with his content. You know what I mean?
It's cheesy to me.
It's cheesy. Yeah, it's cheesy. But I mean, if you just want straight up, content of what's going on and nerdy stuff, it's a good place to get your little one-stop soundbite news. You know what I mean? So it's there. It's good. There's nothing wrong with that. So if you want to follow him, go by all means. Do it. I'm not saying unsubscribe from him. Don't do it. Do what you're going to do. All I'm saying is that if he ever approaches you or you ever get in contact with him and it comes anything to do with content creating or community building, don't fucking listen to it. That's
or if you do decide to do something, you make sure you keep track of records that shows that you came up with the idea or something. That's a public service to the fandom because he will co-opt your work. He will push you out.
Right. And again, content creators do play off of other ones. That's normal. I get that. There's nothing wrong with that. We all do it. You know, I mean, you see someone else.
Yeah, but when a rock band covers a song, they don't call it an original.
Exactly.
It seems like he kind of, to use an academic term, kind of plagiarizes some of the other stuff.
Oh, yeah.
So, I mean, like I said, I just can't. I'm not going to be bothered with him. I try to cut people like that out of my life when I can. The liability, and you have to, what it is. So with some of these big channels, you have to treat it as if you're a customer, and it's a business relationship.
Oh, Echo Base. Oh, man.
As soon as you realize that the business relationship is no longer beneficial, then you drop it like a rock. Yeah.
Echo Base, I love you guys in your documentary, but I'm disappointed in this comment. Josh is trying to build a brand and make money just like anyone else in the Fandom Menace. That's not how you treat people. Make your money. That's not a way to respect fans.
Yeah, sorry.
I'm sorry. I disagree with you.
What we're upset with Josh about is the same thing that we're upset with certain people in the Fandom Menace about. So it goes to prove it's not just, we're just anti-Fandom Menace. No, we're anti-shitty fucking behavior. Yeah. If you happen to be Fandom Menace, then you happen to be Fandom Menace.
Yeah, I'm anti-lack of integrity.
Yeah, exactly. If you happen to be Josh, and you do that, guess what? Same thing. It
And the
doesn't matter
problem
what-
is a lot of these fandom, like I said, Echo Base, you might know better than me, and maybe I'm wrong, but they don't want to appear on stream with me because I don't go after the talking points. I follow the money. And then when you follow the money, it explains a lot of behavior that would not be tolerated otherwise. So, also, I hope that that Fandom Menace Con occurs. Get it? But I think that's going to be an absolute hysterical thing. And hashtag pay at the door. Make them fund it. Make the people with the bright idea put their money where their mouth is. They
All right,
won't do it.
Cousin Angel of Yonkers, we want to have you on soon. I really want to talk to this dude because I know he follows B level too, and I have some issues with B level right now because I've been nothing but nice to him. I said, I wish you success. I sub to all their, I'm still sub to all their channels, and then the stuff he says on Twitter is, oh great, it's a civil war in the Great Council. I hope everyone. I got to go to the tweet.
Don't put your time and energy into that tweet, Max. I'm
not going to trash him. I'm going to say you don't care about people. You don't care about people if you make comments like this. Gray Order Civil War, all right, in all caps. So the sub faction is going at it as well. Couldn't be happier. They're as bad as the Fandom Menace. Let the whole thing burn.
Okay.
Yeah, well,
that's not.
He's looking for relevancy, Max. He's looking for relevancy. Look what we did. I mean, my channel grew faster than his overnight. Now the Gray Order in 48 hours have surpassed anything B level's done. So he wants to try to make it seem like this is some kind of civil war and it's hurting us. And it's like there's no civil war. One person who did nothing for it is no longer a part of it. That's it. And it's actually grown larger since that revelation came.
And I'm under the impression that this was the best course. We had to do that. This had to happen now because if he was involved down the line, something worse would have happened. I think.
Yeah.
Well, I think like I said, he just wants to co-op. He wants other people to do work.
Right.
I'm the big channel, therefore it was my idea. Reason, and then move forward from there. So again, it's kind of disappointing. Again, nothing really worth losing sleep on. It is what it is. But there's plenty of other people. There's no shortage of commentary on YouTube. I'm sure I'll survive.
All right. I'm really happy what's happened besides the chaos of Longa, you put a lot of work just into the Discord. A lot of work in getting things organized and make sure people have a voice and can be connected.
The way the Great Order Discord was made, I'm even noticing this. I understand how it takes some time to organize and get some things done in a sort of way, but the layout's really nice so far. So yeah, good work on that end.
Thank you.
He takes this shit
I've done
seriously.
it too on a few others. I would too. I would like to make multiple or equivalent text channels in all sorts of ways, and make some voice channels so people can come in and talk to people, and just have a fun time discussing things. I mean, that's a fun thing I like about Discord because they like to do all these unlimited. It's nice.
Yeah, I would say right now, Twitter's a good way to interact, but Discord is really where you.
Yeah, I do put my money where my mouth is. I paid Griffin for well, not me. We're all putting in. Osaka put in money too, and so we paid Griffin for the stuff. The Discord for the bots and the stuff for it to work the way it did. I paid a yearly thing for it. I paid $40 for that to do it. So I don't mind putting money in for something that's worthwhile. You know what I mean? That's not a big deal to me. You know what I mean? But when you tell a guy I'm running this channel and I don't know how you're living off this at home, buddy, but whatever. But you tell a guy to run a channel and you can't pay him $150 for some fucking designs. It's just silly.
Yeah, well, he's got 100K subs. People should be offering to do that shit for free, man. Come on now, don't you know?
No, that's literally what he wanted. I'm not even going to get into it. Trust me, I saw a lot of stuff.
To me, I have no time or interest for anyone like that. To be honest with you, that's of no value to me, and my time is limited as it is. You know, he wants to believe whatever he wants to believe. He gets his validation from his quote unquote producers. That's fine. That's good for him. But yeah, like I said, I don't know. To me, just not a good take, man.
Nope.
It's just not.
No, that's a lot more disgusting to me than even what Jeremy's done. Even though I don't like his content, the approach, because I think Jeremy he wants to make money, but he also, the people that support him, he supports them and gives them credit. That's disgusting to me. I'm absolutely disgusted at actually listening to those roles, Lunga. I'm disgusted. And he didn't hide it. I know he even told B Level about this stupid book.
I know.
Yeah, that's a dumb thing to do. When you're trying to use them against the people that you are, quote unquote, you know what I'm saying? Let me. I'm trying to sell you a card. Let me put Dirty Sales Tricks book right on my desk so you can fucking see it.
No,
You're profoundly stupid.
Use the appropriate word. It's manipulating. That's what it's manipulating. That's what the whole thing is about. It's about manipulating people for your ends.
Yeah. Well,
That's
Cousin Angel,
stupidity in the finest.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. There's no proper excuse for that. He wants to go down that route. He just lost me from his channel on YouTube. I will block his ass on Twitter if I can find it. And I just left his damn Discord. Fuck you, Josh. That's my answer.
There's nothing even in that Discord, and he's dead.
Yeah, I mean,
So, manipulation
he
to
posted
get what you
links to
wanted?
his
No.
videos that he
Sorry.
gets no views on.
All I
So
wanted to
fuck
do
you
was
to that.
I wanted to have a conversation. If you disagree with me, let's talk it out. You're blocked. You're blocked.
You know he hasn't blocked me.
I got to him.
And no, but the funny thing is remember, it's all about me. I can't associate with you, Lunga. I can't associate with you. Not the Grey Order. You. So
yeah.
I told someone earlier to tell Josh to fucking man up and talk about whatever issues he had with Lunga. Try to earlier, save it professionally, but you know what? Apparently he's still wishing to be a coward about that, huh?
and CJH, no cancel Josh, because guess what? We didn't cancel you. Okay? Even though you pissed me off, I called you out on it. Your own friends tried to cancel you, which I really think you should call them out. Mr. Stephen Walton.
Oh, is that Fourth Wave tried to cancel Stephen Walton?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah, you know what? I'm going to write 7 volumes about Stephen Walton. I just need 10 grand to do it first. So pony up, dig deep in your pockets, and let's get this shit going.
My pockets are nothing but ash and flies.
There's a video. There's a video coming out on Steven when I get back from my.
Deep in your pockets, please.
It speaks a lot when you claim to be a writer and you're writing a book for an entire movement, and you're doing videos where you tell a speech where your panel of friends are basically coming in their pants over your speech, calling you a preacher, and the entire speech was fucking plagiarized from fucking Quora.
Oh,
And you
yeah,
call
we saw
yourself
that
right.
stream as well. He showed
Yeah.
it. It was
And you-
really sad to watch. It was.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
I cringed on that.
I still want to negotiate a fee, and I'm not going to let this go. He said he made money off my Twitter content. I'm waiting to hear about a fee arrangement.
Yeah.
A percentage.
Where's your,
I'm waiting on that.
the royalties?
Yeah, a little bit. I could do a flat fee for him. We don't have to do a percentage. That's fine. And I'm not a heartless bastard.
But yeah, I'm not. You know what? And I don't care. I'm not gonna. I won't let that go for a while. I'm not gonna let it go. I'm gonna keep calling him out because CGH, all due respect, you fucked up. I know you did, and I don't mean this as an insult, but you were doing what
he was being influenced. Yeah.
I don't want to keep
and-
putting TGH on trial.
Exactly.
But
That's what I'm saying. It's done and over with him, and he apologized for what he did, and that's fine.
He got his spankings, and he's a good guy right now. So let's just all agree that's where he's at right now.
This is how I look at it. When I say I'm not letting it go, I'm talking about Stephen Walton. Because the way I look at it is just like when the cop catches that little street dealer and puts him through the ringer, and then lets him go, and he doesn't get any jail time. It's because they're trying to get to the big fish that caused all the problems. Okay, That's what the point is. Stephen Walton is the head of this fucking group. He's the one who did this. And not only is he the one who came up with this fucking nonsense and this kind of behavior, he's also writing the fucking book on the entire movement. And if that's the kind of behavior he does, and you're part of Phantom Menace, that should embarrass the shit out of you that man is writing the book on your movement.
Well, here's Echo Base. And I love
fuck
Echo.
shame. Get money, dude.
I love Echo Base, and I completely disagree with you. Say what you want about the Fandoms. They do not support cancel culture. Yes, they do.
Yeah, they
What
do.
have they done
yes,
to Matt?
they do.
Matt
They
Jarbo?
cancel Matt Jarbo, man. Matt
what
Jarbo has legitimate criticism, and they're like, "Nah, fuck you."
they canceled me in a way too, in Angus and Snowdub. When Snowdub gave some criticism, Jeremy won't give him the light of day. And I was giving criticism too. Yes, they do cancel culture.
Absolutely.
Social media canceled is a way of cancel culture too. We're not going to talk to you anymore.
Oh yeah, no. Also
Stephen-
threaten to sue
Stephen
you if you
Walton.
have the wrong opinions.
Stephen Walton was behind that, not CGH, and I have a source, and that's what the video is going to come out next week. I have a 100% legit source, and he was behind that, and he also helped. Maybe he didn't share the link. Bear shared the link to my stream, but they were together. Fourth Wave. You're not with us. You're against us. That's cancel culture.
Yeah, wow. Yeah, fourth wave. Yeah, they'll fucking get you.
And they're the authors of the Fandom Menace. So I love you, Echo Base. I think you're one of the good ones. Both of you and Coach.
Echo Base is all right. I have no problem with him. His
Right,
But
documentary
you
is very
have,
good.
you have some shitty people in your ranks.
They absolutely do cancel culture. If you call someone out, they dog pile on you till you submit. That's canceling too. That's not a way for a healthy environment and healthy fandom.
Well, you
And
know,
again, mind you, I think all of them should be able to have their channels, do your thing. If Walton wants to put out his shitty book that no one except 100 people in the Phantom Menace are going to buy, go ahead, put it out.
I wonder how many typos it has.
Man, I don't even.
If he had to sell the book, he had to.
He lost his first editor. They had a falling out with.
What?
I mean, unless he just plagiarized it all like he did.
I'm assuming he did, dude.
Well, to be honest,
I
I
never
think
bought the book, so I don't know.
think it's getting to the point where Jeremy, if he's a smart businessman, he's going to have to distance himself from Comicsgate and the Fandom Menace. From what I think,
I think they're
because they were both started by Ethan, and
Yeah.
Ethan. I'm not saying cancel Ethan either, but platform him then. But some of the stuff going on behind the scenes in Comicsgate is disgusting.
and it's bad for business.
I get it.
Yeah, it's very bad.
So
for business.
I really think he's going to have to distance himself. If he
Rick
wants,
Smith, what did I do that Josh cannot associate with me? Nothing.
That's what I was coming with the same assumption earlier. I don't know what I did.
What it was.
That's why I had to say what I said to someone who was speaking to Max or something earlier on Twitter, and I had to make that point. It's like, what, he can't talk to Lunga himself like a real man? What's going on here?
Well, I mean, he did. We talked on the phone before.
Okay.
So I mean, we
Well,
did talk on the phone. We did talk on the phone before this, and he explained it all to me. Like I said, I'll talk. I talk about certain things because if he's not going to tell people, except people behind a paywall, then I'll tell him. Okay. I gave him a chance to say it. He didn't. So all it is literally he can't associate with himself with me because I'm too aggressive, and it's bad for his brand. And it's based off of 2 videos that I did about the Phantom Menace out of everything else I've done.
Here's what happened the last week.
That is
We
what I
were-
was.
We were under the assumption that we were all going to part ways and move on nicely. Okay. But then what happened was he did the private Patreon stream to bash us and then didn't really announce anything to the public and then co-opted what we were doing with our type of content, talking about politics and entertainment, which he criticized us for. He criticized us for it, and he did the exact same thing.
He told me he was going to make an announcement in Discord. He did it behind a paywall, then had his live stream, the community live stream, mind you. Did not say anything about it at all. Didn't say anything in Discord. The Grey Order channel is still in his Discord, and as of right now, has still not said anything to anyone.
Everything's in limbo still. It's just like he's handled the whole thing from the start. never doing anything. But then when something starts getting this, there's a spark of an idea there. He shoots in. He's like, "Oh, I created the movement, or I thought of it, but I didn't do absolutely shit."
Again, if you look at the laws of power, he's following the laws of power. That's what he's trying to do. Law 8: make other people come to you. Use bait if necessary. The other thing is, where's the other one here? Let me find it. Use absence to increase strength and honor.
Oh, wow. This is so revealing.
Keep others, Law 17, keep others in suspended terror, cultivate an air of unpredictability.
Oh, my God.
Okay? Do not commit to anyone, Law 20.
Oh, wow.
That's a lonely existence, but all right.
Right.
But I guess here, if you're going for power, then yeah, that is actually good advice. If you're trying to secure as much power as possible.
Well,
he didn't follow Law 29, which is plan all the way to the end.
His big flaw too, besides doing this and revealing that this is what he was that this is his Bible, is that maybe this works for business, but not if you want to do a fan movement. That's stupid.
No, it doesn't apply to. Well, it can apply to community. It says, to create a cult following, but again, you're saying you're applying to community that's basically doing it in a sociopathic way, meaning you really don't care about the community.
Yeah, it works for entities and individuals you don't give a shit about.
Right.
But you have to pretend that you do.
But that's why people in Hollywood use it. I mean, there's guys, here's the thing you got to understand. This book is actually very popular. It sold 2 million copies. And the two largest demographics of people that read this book are inmates and Hollywood people. That should tell you what the mentality is. Inmates is because they're in jail and they're trying to find ways to control people in jail. Okay, let's be serious. Hollywood is because they're celebrities. So even though the fans care about them, they don't give a shit about most of them. It's just about getting influence with your fans. So you do all that and create a cult following because that's what Hollywood is with actors and singers and everything else. It's a cult following. So you don't expect them to really love the fans, on an individual basis. So it's okay to keep that distance. But Josh was trying to literally build a community, and he only has 100K subs. He's trying to act like he's fucking J-Lo, and he's not. So,
yeah,
I get what you're saying, Chubby Teddy. Are you saying is that Josh?
He'll either be receptive to the feedback or he won't. And either way, like I said, spend as much time on it as you will. I just feel like you're not going to get anything meaningful from him.
Man, that's really shows how arrogant he is too.
I don't know what the hell he has to be arrogant about.
Right. And he calls himself a nerd. That's not where nerds, the den of nerds.
Now, like I said, I wasn't, my whole plan right after my call was that, listen, I'm not going to say anything about you. We're going to go on and just pretend you didn't exist.
Right. That was the plan.
But you know what? That was hinging on him doing the handoff, letting people know what's going on, and he didn't.
No, so because of his role of power. Because he wants to say, if you guys succeed, I'm coming back in to claim my prize.
Right. So he forced my hand. So if he's forcing our hand, then you get what you come to you, then I guess. I don't know. What do you want me to tell you?
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, how is everyone's evening so far tonight? I haven't watched any shows yet. Besides this, what we were talking about.
Well, I did have some movie news talked about. I guess we'll just do it real quick because we're almost at an hour anyway. But let me see. I think I didn't watch your video on this, Manga. Sam Raimi is being attached to direct.
Oh, yeah. It's all over the major outlets right now.
That's great. Great news.
Yeah, he's confirmed as not confirmed as director yet. He's in talks. But if you read between the lines, you know how the news report, the legitimate ones, Variety, Hollywood Reporter, etc. They don't say they use terminology to say it's just preliminary. This that. And they didn't say he's just in talks. But the verbiage they were using after that was like, yeah, this is gonna happen. You know what I mean? So when you read between the lines, it's like, yeah, unless something, dramatic or drastic happens, he's probably gonna end up taking.
That's great. I got to watch that Ash versus the Evil Dead show. Some of my friends, I think Snowdub and Kermit the Log told me about that show. Is really good.
Oh no shit! Sam Raimi wrote Darkman.
Yep,
I didn't know that.
Wow,
yeah, he wrote Darkman.
I
Evil Dead.
remember watching Darkman 1, 2, and 3, but this producer you were talking about, did he do Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man films?
Yeah, he did all
Yes.
three Tobey Maguire films.
Really? Well,
Yeah.
then shit, I would like to have him aboard for Doctor Strange. I love Tobey's Spider-Man's 1 and 2. Well written, in my opinion.
Hey, we got Second Street in the house. Second Street's going to end up doing a spoof of this whole deal, right? You know it's coming.
I can't wait.
Yeah, let's do it.
I'm looking forward to it. Second Street, Trinity. If you need some goofy ass picture of me to spoof it, let me know. I'll send you whatever you need.
Hey, I welcome criticism, Trinity.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good with being spoofed. It's a good laugh.
Yeah. Altered Carbon. I didn't watch the trailer yet, but there's official trailer out now. And
yeah, I actually played it on my stream today too with the rainy.
Okay. Firestarter told me about this one, this new Saw. I forget what it's called now, with Chris Rock and Samuel L. Jackson, I believe. A new
I heard
Saw.
something. He's doing some voice acting or something, isn't he?
No. He's starring in it.
In what?
In a Saw movie.
A
Spiral.
Saw. Oh, he's starring.
Spiral. That's like, yeah, him and Sam
So they
Jackson.
are doing another.
That's not
doing
bullshit.
another one.
Yeah. Spiral from the Book of Saw.
Oh, cool.
Why? Wait. Okay, I got a question. Why are they continuing all this when the main guy behind all this idea is
Spoilers. I don't know what you're gonna say.
I don't know. All I know is that Chris Rock is also writing it. He's a writer on it. That's pretty impressive.
Okay. Well, they
It's
got
a different-
Chris Rock or something. So
I'm gonna go
It's a-
see it. I love Chris Rock. I'll
Yeah.
pretty much consume whatever.
It's a
he does.
different
And I love
take
Sam
on it, I
Jackson.
think. I don't think it's just a normal sequel. They're really doing like a reimagining, I guess. It's
Yeah.
my guess.
I don't even know if Jigsaw's in it. I have no idea. The trailer's pretty dope. I think this is gonna be like a cult hit.
Yeah, I mean, haven't they already moved on from Jigsaw at this point?
Yeah, I've watched all the Saw movies. I don't even like horror that much, but I have a soft spot for Saw.
I like the first couple. Then I can like.
yeah. The first couple were really good because they had the main guy in there, and I just liked how calm he was when he talked to everybody when he put his points. And it was scary but fun at the same time. It was great.
Yeah. And whichever one it was when they all thought he was dead, but then he came back. I don't know, was it the fourth one or something or something like that? I don't know.
Wait, he didn't die?
Yeah, he came back like something like a bunch of the fire. You've seen them all.
No, I mean there's different time. Like I don't want to go through it, but like he's back, but he's not. There's several different timelines. Some of the movies occur concurrently.
Okay.
So or there's overlap. So that's where the plot twists come back. That's why he's always coming back, even though he ain't back yet.
Well, Longa, you just opened my eyes. I think even less of this dude anymore. I'm trying not to think about him, but man, wow.
Yeah, don't get yourself too worked up, Max.
No. I'll wait to raise hell when I get back from my vacation.
You know what I mean by worked up. Don't let it affect you.
Right. Yeah. Okay. I'll try to concentrate on movie news tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm going to have Preston on. I don't know if you'd want to come back or not, but I am going to have him on tomorrow night. Because they got
late night things. It all just depends on how I'm feeling.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't like to do late night. I think he'll probably want to do 8 or 9, based on the last time.
That's fine by me. Shoot.
Yeah. The one last thing I had was Castlevania season 3 comes, and this is probably a good topic for Stream Junkies.
I'm so excited for that.
March 3rd. So we might need some people. We'd have to catch up on Altered Carbon and Castlevania.
I watched Altered Carbon. I highly recommend that show. I cannot wait for season 2. They are doing it. Michael Shanks is going to be in that. He was Dr. Daniel Jackson in Stargate SG-1.
Oh, really?
Yes. I don't know I forgot what role he's going to be in, but they didn't really say, but he is in it. So if you've seen some of the shows he's in, you know it's going to be good. And some other well-familiar faces, too, apparently. But Castlevania Season 3, if no one's watched those, watch Season 1 and 2 so you know what's going on. But it's a fun animation.
Can you imagine? It's popular on Netflix. What if that would be great for live action, too. You think they could pull it off, Lunga?
Oh, possibly.
For live action, too.
Possibly.
They could pull it off, Lunga?
That stupid thing. I wanted to type something in the chat, so I had to open it up in a different screen.
Okay.
My take on it. Me and my friend discussed this years ago when we were working at a hotel. It needs to be with the right actors, and I don't just say any, but it has to be someone who knows these characters and know what they're getting themselves into, being this person in this as a role in this film. Like, you're not you're this character, like kind of how Ian McKellen played Gandalf, you know? That's how special his role was to me. In Castlevania, you have to do it like that, and it has to be a really horror, some blood in it if you want to go that direction, but it's, Castlevania, story, can't screw that up.
I'm looking for the Discord link for Relapse.
I got it. I already got it.
Okay. Yes. Discord is where you could really be part of this community. Twitter can be cancerous. There's good reasons for it. You could do things on Twitter, but Discord, you really get the community aspect. I'm new to Discord myself.
I've been using it for more than a year. It's a great way to keep in contact with people,
right,
and stuff. So
it's a great way for
it's
projects.
fluid too. If new things come up and people want a space to talk about something different, I just make a new room, and so they don't have to clutter up other places. They can go in that room. Like if people want to just start talking about, I don't know, let's say a bunch of bronies come in and they want to talk about My Little Pony. Make a My Little Pony room. They all can talk in there about it if they want. You know what I mean? So you can make whatever rooms you want, shit, and just let me know about it or one of the mods, and we can create a room if you want. If there's people that want to talk about things instead of being in a general chat about it, I can make another room for you.
One of my goals with this Grey Order movement is just to make it safe for all fans and not to be taken advantage of either. Too, a place where we could grow together. People could make some money too. I'm not against that completely. I just don't like it going across the line or have a book of rules to manipulate people.
Right. I mean, guys, Max isn't gonna be here. He's gonna be on vacation. But on Sunday, I'm doing a stream, and we're gonna go over, what the expectations are, for the Grey Order, and we're not looking to police people. That's not what we're looking to do. The whole thing is just having civil conversation. You know what I mean?
Right.
That if you disagree with something, you could have an SJW and a far right person in the same Discord, and they disagree on Star Wars. At the end of the day, just leave it at that. You disagree on the Star Wars. It doesn't have to be this. You don't like it because of this. You don't like it, or attack people for things they can't change about themselves. You know what I mean? Things that are inherent to their person. It's just that kind of stuff. And that's the kind of stuff we're trying to avoid. We're not trying to say everybody has to like this or everybody has to like that or agree on this. It's just about how you can talk about things. There's a lot of people in there that have a huge difference of opinion. You know what I mean? And they still get along fine. So that's all it's about.
Yeah. Well, man, Lunga, you came off some revealing stuff. I do want to end it here though, because I want to try to concentrate and get some rest too. People don't understand when I get mad, that's me being genuine, and I have a hard time sleeping after it. It does affect my sleep, so I can't do it all the time. And I do need to concentrate on positive stuff too, but I'm not going to censor myself either. So I have to find that balance, and balance is what the Grey Order is about. So it does help me. So my Lunga and other people in the Grey Order say you need to balance it out. Don't go too hard. So they do push me in positive directions, but don't censor yourself either. So it's a constant balance. I do think Preston, I want to have him on because his video was so important to me and so revealing at some of the nasty shit going on, and that is harassment. It's not just memes, bro.
It is, and like I said, the thing I've said about Preston is this, and because the first thing the fucking war campaign in Comicsgate, they all say everybody's soy, or if you agree with him, you're soy, right? Or if you say anything in agreement with what he's saying, you're defending Preston, and it's like, dude, I'm not defending Preston. Preston's an asshole of his own right, okay? Mm-hmm. We know he is. Even Doug Tenaple, we know Doug Tenaple's an asshole in his own right too, okay? But here's the thing: the stuff you guys are doing you're literally trying to destroy people. That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to destroy them, and when they get called out on it, they get mad, and they go after them too as well. So they like kind of they the thing they're mad about that you're calling them out on, they actually use that against you, which is a contradiction.
Sorry to interrupt, but guys, I got to get some rest. I will
Okay,
catch you all
sure.
later. Okay.
All
Sure.
right, Firewater. I'll talk to you later.
Sure.
Have a
All
good
right,
one. All right.
Firewater. Great having you on. Love talking with you.
Have a great evening, gentlemen.
You
Bye-bye.
too. I have one little thing to say here on the side. Anna, I did see your hello there to everyone, but I would like to say hello to you too. Great to have you on here with a wrench next to your name. So, want to give you some notice that I did see that. All of us did. We actually have a friend of medicine in here.
Oh yeah, I have
a lady.
people. No,
My
I talk to everyone. I think that's what Lunga's about too. He's not going to not talk to people. That's how does that help anything?
Yeah, no, I'll talk to anyone.
Well,
yeah.
most within reason.
Well, yeah, well, there's reason. Like I won't talk to Pan on the stream. I mean, it's because he's a nutbag,
and I might see. I maybe shouldn't, but I said, you know what? If you want to say your piece, and then it went silent. And you know what? To be really revealing, I have another series that I've done on my own, War Council, that's gone cold, and that was what this was for, to talk to different people with different opinions. And I'm very upset that it's fallen flat again because people don't want to talk about the real issues. They want to avoid them.
Well, a lot of people that you were talking about that were doing that with you, they shifted from Phantom Menace to War Campaign. So, You know what I mean? That's why.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think we'll end it here. I'm doing one more stream tomorrow. I don't know if I'm going to do Movie Madness and the Preston interview. Probably just the Preston interview. And then tune into Fandom'S Friends on Friday, which is going to be on whose channel?
You know what? We'll probably just premiere that on the Stream Junkies channel.
The Stream Junkies. Okay.
Yeah. We'll just premiere that on there. We're going to keep Stream Junkies rotating with us until the end of the month, and then we'll move that over as well.
All right, cool. So Asaka Ren is having her first live stream on her channel this Saturday, I believe.
Right.
And hopefully Second Street can still make it. I have to ask him if he's still going to come. We'll see. But he's a busy dude too. I mean, he has to review how many comics a day. And he's got a family.
He's going to be busy making what's the name of his character he does?
Trailer Park Live.
Yeah, Trailer Park Live.
Yeah,
because he's making a Trailer Park Live video about all this drama. You know that.
I hope so.
Oh, he is. I know. Literally, he posted on there. He's like, "Ooh, looks like I need another Trailer Park Live video." And I'm like, "I know what you're getting. I'm gonna go hide." And just
Myrtle.
When he was in the chat for this one, I said, "I know you're doing it." And he's like, "Just wait and see." And he had a little devil face. So he's coming.
Trinity, will you be our binge buddy? It's this Saturday night on
Binge buddy. I was waiting for that.
Myrtle. All right, Myrtle.
Yeah. All right. Well, I will end it here. Thank you, everybody, for watching. I'll see you tomorrow. And follow these guys. Follow Jedi the Wanderer. I like Jedi Wanderer. He's a good dude. I have fun when he's on. And I'll definitely follow Daddy because he wants to be a leader and he respects you to keep you included in it and not just take your ideas.
Exactly.
Include you and not manipulate you.
Yeah, I mean, everybody that's come in who has a channel, no matter how small or whatever, if they want to be, part of the movement and they have a channel, I have a growing list, a channel there that has the links for everybody's YouTube channels. So everybody that's in the Gray Order and it has YouTube channel, I pop their list up there, their link up there. So it's forever there to list. If you're in a Discord, you can see everybody's channels and click on it and go to anybody's channel you want.
All right. Well, good night, everyone. Bye.
Good night.
All right. Thanks.